The rain was coming down hard today. Kari Pills will fill us in on just how long this rain will last.
Welcome to CTV on this Wednesday night. I'm Dillon Thomas.
And I'm Lena, Howland. Right now we're joined by Kari Pills to talk a little bit about the rain. Kari?
It was definitely a wet afternoon here in Fort Collins. We got so much more rain than we expected. We actually have a few pictures from some viewers that they sent in. This first one is a picture of a guy with his truck. You know, he's a tall guy. His feet are almost completely submerged. His truck wheels are almost submerged as well. That is just in one of our parking lots here at CSU. This next one is an intersection right off on the oval. It was really hard to drive through, especially with little cars and that. And then our next one is off the corner of Elizabeth and Shields. That's Qdoba right there. You can see the sidewalk is almost completely submerged, so it was kind of hard to get around this afternoon.
All right.
Yeah, definitely. It was nice to see some rain coming in for the future, and we'll look forward to your forecast and later in the show.
Definitely.
All right, thanks.
All right, a homeless man was hit by a train early Wednesday morning near the intersection of Linden and Jefferson Streets in Old Town Fort Collins. Police say the accident happened between 2 and 5 a.m. Police responded to the call that there was a body laying on the train tracks around 6 a.m. They confirmed that the male was deceased. He has not been identified yet. There were no witnesses of the accident when authorities arrived at the scene.
Our officers are doing a lot of background work to determine when, where, and how that happened. Anytime you have an accident such as that without witnesses, it takes a little bit of extra effort to dig through those details. So we're doing some background work to determine which train was involved, how the incident occurred, and ultimately what happened to the male who was found deceased on the tracks.
Police say this is an ongoing investigation, and if you have any information regarding this case, you can contact Fort Collins Police Services Officer Jeff Laguna at 970-221-6868.
Fort Collins police are exploring the option of using electric motorcycles as part of their police force. The motorcycles are built by an Oregon-based company, Bramo. Authorities say these motorcycles would maximize fuel efficiency and green technology. These motorcycles are already in use in cities like Hong Kong.
And coming up on CTV, Paul Ryan was in Fort Collins today. We'll see what he had to say.
And what event is being held in Colorado next week that is shutting down a major university.
We'll be right back.
CTV News, the coverage you need every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, live at 8 p.m. on Channel 11 and CTV11.com.
If you're looking for a new pet that your family will cherish every day, consider adopting from a shelter. Shelters are the best places to find a new pet. That's where you'll discover healthy, loyal, and loving animals, eager to become a part of your family. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet, so bring home your new buddy today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Many undecided voters will have their candidate selected next week in Colorado. With the first presidential debate at DU only a week away, Denver is getting ready for the event. Governor John Hickenlooper said he thinks there is going to be a lot of attention on the first debate. DU has closed its campus on Wednesday in light of the debate, and many classes have also been canceled on Tuesday as well. Historically, TV debates can set the tone for the rest of the candidate's campaign. There are no public tickets left for this event. And Paul Ryan visited Fort Collins on Wednesday as part of his campaign stop. CTV reporter Sean Corbett was there to see what he had to say.
This is fantastic. Thanks so much.
GOP vice presidential candidate Paul Ryan almost made it to CSU today, but stopped at Walker Manufacturing in Fort Collins for an old-fashioned town hall meeting. The rally drew a crowd of almost 2,500 supporters, from student voters to entrepreneurs, and even CSU's own Rachel Dreschler.
Next year, I will be entering a job market where 1 out of 2 college graduates are unable to find full-time work.
The Wisconsin congressman took questions from the audience for part of the rally and hit the Obama administration hard on issues ranging from the economy to healthcare and energy, and even highlighting education.
Number one, We need an education system that makes sure that every kid can get to a good school, no matter what special interest group stands in their way.
I spoke with CSU junior Laura Albritton and asked her what advice she'd give the Romney-Ryan campaign to do to capture the youth vote.
Going to campuses specifically, not college towns, and just continually hitting the youth vote and not giving up on it, which I don't think they're doing. But the youth vote is not lost. I'm there at CSU, and the majority are not Romney-Ryan supporters, but they're there.
Laura's right, too. CSU is split nearly in three between the undecideds and independents and the Democrats and Republicans. GOP volunteer Craig Rhodes.
I've volunteered quite a few times. I walk door to door every couple times a week, and I'll make phone calls for the Romney campaign, and this is my second rally.
And it looks like the GOP will be needing those volunteers, as two recent CNN polls out of Colorado have President Obama leading his GOP rival by anywhere from 3 to 5 points.
With only 42 days until the election, Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan are hoping to curb those poll numbers here in the state with rallies like this one here behind me. Reporting for CTV News 11, this is Sean Corbett.
Congressman Ryan also stopped in Colorado Springs during his time in Colorado.
A proposal to double the amount of money the state can pay out to fire victims failed to pass in the Colorado legislature on Wednesday. Currently, the most fire victims can receive in a lawsuit is $600,000, which is divided between all of the victims. The proposal was drafted by the Lower North Fork Fire Commission, which was set up after the state's controlled burn flared up, destroyed 30 homes, and killed 3 people.
Still ahead, CTV shows you leaked documents involving the Aurora shooting.
Stay tuned.
Thanks. You believe this guy?
Are you trying to start a wildfire?
Sorry. Pass the honey?
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey students! ASCSU is your student body government. To find out more, come visit us in room 109 of the LSC.
The judge has ordered authorities to collect a palm print and DNA sample from the Aurora Theater shooting suspect. Prosecutors argued that they needed that print from James Holmes to compare with a print found in the inside of the theater exit door. Holmes is charged with 152 counts in the July shooting that killed 12 and injured dozens. And as the case continues to develop, a decision on the future of the 16th Theater building has been made. CTV recently obtained documents, letters between Aurora Mayor Steve Hogan and Cinemark President Tim Warner. The letters unveil the future of the movie theater.
More than 2 months have passed since 70 people were shot at the Batman premiere in Aurora. Suspect James Holmes' notorious Joker mugshot haunted a city. Today, his image is much different in prison. After 2 months, gates still surround the Century 16 Theater, and as time has passed, so has a decision for the future of the facility. In recent documents obtained by CTV, Aurora Mayor Steve Hogan contacts the CEO of Cinemark saying, "We have given a great deal of thought to the future of the theater. We believe we are hearing a collective wish and desire for the theater to reopen." He goes on to say Aurora's Century 16 Theater has been an important venue for Aurora as well as the surrounding community. We look forward to the time that we can both remember the past and celebrate the future. In another document, Cinemark CEO Tim Warner responded with, "The city of Aurora is important to us. It will be our privilege to reopen the theater. We pledge to remodel the space and make the theater better than ever." Today, an officer still stands guard outside the theater, and the memorial across the street that served as a grieving spot for so many is now cleaned and ready for a warehouse to be built over the former memorial. Now all that stands is a memorial of rocks and a sign thanking the community.
The documents go into further detail about the specifics the city is requiring the facility to go through, including destructing the neon lights that are now known worldwide.
Funeral services will be held this weekend for a Colorado correctional officer who was killed at the Buena Vista Correctional Facility on Monday. Mary Ricard was killed while she was supervising inmates preparing breakfast. A second correctional officer, Sergeant Lori Gann, was seriously injured during this attack. Miguel Contreras Perez, an inmate serving time for sexual assault, is a person of interest. Contreras Perez was transferred to the maximum security Colorado State Penitentiary in Canyon City. And twice a year, police collect thousands of pounds of unneeded expired medications on Drug Takeback Day. This event ensures drugs are kept off the black market, kept away from abusers, and out of local water resources. The drugs are collected, transported, and incinerated under secure conditions in Utah. This year's drop-off date is this Saturday. The closest drop-off area is right here at CSU in Green Hall.
Coming up, Kari Pills joins us to talk about the rain we had today.
And why saving water might not always be a good thing.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
If you're looking for a new pet that you can cherish every day, consider adopting from a shelter. Shelters are full of healthy, loyal, fun, loving pets, eager to become a part of your family. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet, so bring home your new buddy today. To find out more, you can visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back to CTV. Today started out wet and rainy, but as the day went on, it cleared a little, and by midday, we saw some sunshine. This afternoon, however, that all changed when parts of Fort Collins flooded as it rained extremely hard on and off. We also got quite a bit of thunder and lightning, very typical for this season. Now later tonight, you can expect more rainfall because most of that storm will be in the northern region of the state. And those storms will stick around until about midnight tonight, and then they'll move to the eastern portion of the state. Now, as you can see, that cold front that is coming through is also hitting parts of the Midwest even harder. Flash flood warnings are hitting many parts and pushing all the way up to the East Coast. And tomorrow, you might need to keep your rain boots handy. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. Thursday, there'll be a 40% chance of precipitation. It will be mostly cloudy, but you can definitely expect to see more sunshine than today with a high near 72. Friday, that chance of showers drops to 20%, but those temperatures will stay in the mid-70s. This weekend, the afternoon will bring a slight chance of thunderstorms, but that high will stay in the low 70s. Monday will be mostly sunny and clear, but those temperatures will continue to be chilly in the evenings. And Tuesday, we're back up to 79 degrees with lots of sunshine. Enjoy that wet weather while you have it. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Kari. It's no secret that Colorado is experiencing one of the largest droughts in years, but extreme water conservation would cause all the city's trees to die, jeopardizing the tree canopy. Oil and gas hydraulic fracturing operations use up a significant amount of the water supply, regardless of their efforts to recycle most of the water used. In order for the region to meet its water demands in order for it to meet those demands, new dams and reservoirs must be built. Locations are yet to be decided.
The frozen dead guy in Nederland, Colorado, may have a new home soon. The family of Grandpa Bredo Morris Stoll may be relocating him to Michigan. Currently, there is a contract dispute between Morris Stoll's grandson and the man who has been putting ice on him for 19 years. This would end Nederland's frozen dead guy days, which could greatly impact their tourism and economy. If this move happens, it would occur in 2015. And in order for that to happen, funds have to be raised. And thanks for tuning in with us tonight. It's been really rainy outside, so it's nice to see that with all the drought happening, it's all going to come together.
But very true. Well, that's all we have for you tonight. To get your news updates, you can log on to our website at ctv11.com.
Have a good night.